Currently in Shibuya right now, just grabbing some more content because I like to come to these countries and just sort of like wing it. But today's vlog, I wanted to answer a question. I had a question asked on one of my videos. It's why don't I smoke weed anymore in Australia? I've got a really unhealthy relationship with weed. Like when I smoke, it's either all in or all out. As soon as I wake up, I have a comb, I'll smoke, I'll keep smoking all day, and then like I get really unproductive. Eventually, like I was just smoking so much of that strong stuff, it cooked me, right? So it affected my mood at work. Since I stopped smoking weed after the April trip, I found that my mood was a lot better. That's another reason why I stopped alcohol. I used to drink a lot, right? When I used to DJ, I DJ'd for 10 years in the clubs, bro, and like I drink every weekend, like go out, party hard, a bender, do this and that. I'm one of those people that I don't like drinking mixed drinks. Vodka on the rocks, that's what I used to drink. That week in Mexico, I was like, when I get back to Australia, I'm gonna get off the grog for a couple months just to see how I go. After 3 months, bro, I was like, this is amazing. Like, I don't know why I should go back on the grog. So I just kept going, and then 2.5 years later, I'm still sober. All right, guys, we are back. It's my second last day today in Japan. I head back to Australia tomorrow, fly out tomorrow morning, or not tomorrow morning, about 5 p.m. So I gotta be at the airport by like 2. Currently in Shibuya right now, just grabbing some more content because I honestly haven't got that much content this trip, just because I don't know. I just didn't organize this. I do this in Thailand as well, but I don't organize these trips properly, right? Because I like to come to these countries and just sort of like wing it, sort of like just go with the flow rather than book everything in before I come in and have to like stick to a schedule. You know what I mean? Like I remember when I did that. I went to New Zealand, bro, with some of my friends, and we had stuff booked in every day, bro, and it was just like early starts and just like activities every day, so I never had like time to chill. So like my recent Thailand trips, like in April and in November, I sort of just go with the flow. I have a few things that I want to do, and then I just work around it. Like I just booked stuff in last minute. So like this trip, obviously I came here just for Tokyo Water Salon, and also Daikoku parking. I want to do that drifting thing I did, not the drifting, the cruise thing, the tour thing I did last night. So they were the two main things I wanted to do. I also wanted to do like the Hakone drive, so where you hire an initial D car, and then like you go up to Hakone and you drive on the mountains. I really wanted to do that, but since I've been here, I've realized like every activity that I want to do, it's like a bit of a travel. So I need to catch a bullet train to places, and that's like a day's worth of traveling, you know what I mean? So like the Hakone thing was like it was like 2-3 hours drive for me to get to the spot, and then it was like a full day of just driving around, and then like another. So it's like that would have been a massive day. So next time I come, I'm gonna like book accommodation closer to the places that I want to do. So yeah, we can do more next time, but I'm gonna come back next year around the same time to get more content and with some boys. Hopefully this YouTube stuff pops off, man. I'll pay for 2 of my boys to come with me, just because like it'd be good just to have like my car boys with me, like Nookie and Semble and maybe someone else. But yeah, it's been a good trip so far. Well, it's been a good trip altogether, man. But like I'm really looking forward to going back to Australia. Yeah, just back home, man. I'm keen. I got a week off next week, so I'm just gonna chill, play some games, edit some videos, and just relax with my dog, man. I'm like so cold in Japan, man. I'm just like keen to go back to some warm weather and just go back into the grind, man. It's been a good trip. But today's vlog, I wanted to answer a question. I had a question asked on one of my videos. It's why don't I smoke weed anymore in Australia? And to answer your question is, I've been smoking weed now since I was 14, bro. I'm 36, so I've been smoking for quite a while. And it was like, I got a really unhealthy relationship with weed. Like, when I smoke, it's either all in or all out. Like, I'm either, like, I can punch billies, bro. I can punch billies like a champion, right? And like, if I get onto the billies, I'll smoke bongs all day, right? I'll like, as soon as I wake up, I have a comb, I'll smoke, I'll keep smoking all day, and then like I get really unproductive, you know what I mean? That's what the bongs do to me. But if I smoke doobies and like my oils and stuff, I'm actually okay. However, I stopped for 6 months from April. So from my April trip in Thailand, I came back to Australia and I stopped for 6 months because I wanted to dial in. I wanted to not be lazy. I wanted to dial into my YouTube. I wanted to do my drop shipping. Like I've got a lot of things that I'm doing, right? Another thing as well, it was affecting my mood. So when I started getting onto the medicinal stuff, I started like, before it got regulated, you could get all sorts of strains from my company that I'm with, right? And then, look, we're at Shibuya crossing. So when I got into the medical stuff, I was smoking some really strong strains, and when the strains, like eventually, like I was just smoking so much of that strong stuff, it cooked me, right? So it affected my mood at work. So when I was at work, I was just like really angry, really short-tempered, just really hard to regulate my emotions at work. So like, because I work in a high-stress job and a real high-demanding job, when I'm under pressure and when I'm smoking, I get really angry, and I'm like, it like triggers my ADHD. So I'm like losing the plot, you know what I mean? Like I wanna like, I just want to do some damage, you know? Like I just want to get violent. So since I stopped smoking weed after the April trip, I found that my mood was a lot better. I could control my stress a little bit better. And I was just dialed in, man. Like, you see me, man. When I came back from Thailand the first trip, right, I started my vlog, I started my YouTube channel, right? And since then, I've uploaded one video a week. I've stayed consistent, one video a week. And it's, you know, I managed to get 1,000 subscribers. I got my watch hours. I managed to monetize my channel within 5 months. That's like something I didn't even expect to do, right? I set a goal for myself that once I start YouTube, I will then give myself 12 months to become monetized. And I did it in 5. So that's just another sign of me not being lazy, you know, and just being consistent with my YouTube uploads. Because yeah, I can lose focus really easily, right? Because I can just smoke, and then all of a sudden I'm like not doing anything. I could sit there and play games all day and not be productive. But now, when I don't smoke weed, I'm like dialed in. I can balance out my day. I'm motivated to do like work, you know, rather than just smoke and just play games. So yeah, that's another reason why I stopped alcohol, because alcohol is just it. I used to drink a lot, right? When I used to DJ, I DJ'd for 10 years in the clubs, bro, and like I'd drink every weekend, like go out, party hard, a bender, do this and that, and like I'm one of those people that I don't like drinking mixed drinks. So when you used to see me in the clubs when I was DJing, I'd be walking around the club with like a short glass of like clear liquid with ice, and people used to think it was water, right? It used to be straight vodka on the rocks. That's what I used to drink when I was out. And even when I drink like Hennessy, I'd straight out the bottle, you know, like I was never drinking like mixed drinks like JD and Cokes. I wasn't into that stuff. Vodka, Red Bulls, I wasn't into that stuff. I was just drinking straight alcohol. That was my go-to, bro. Like it was just, so you can understand, I was cooking myself pretty hard back then, bro, you know, and then I just hated being like hungover and just like foggy, and my brain's foggy and, you know, just unmotivated. So when I got off the grog, obviously I got more clearer headed, more motivation, just more driven to just work and just, yeah, you know, and just go hard at whatever I'm doing. Because I remember I went to Mexico, right, in 2022. I'm looking for ramen too, by the way. I went to Mexico in 2022 for my mate's wedding, and we cooked ourselves hard that week, bro, or that time we were there. Like, we cooked ourselves hard, bro, because you think about it, we're in Mexico, cuz that's some of the best freaking Charlie in the world, brother, you know what I mean? So we were pumping it, bro, and we were drinking, bro. We were drinking every day because, like, that's just what Mexicans do, bro. They party hard. Their shot glasses are like tall shot glasses, right? So they're doing tequila shots. So it's like doing double tequila shots when you're shotting with these guys, bro. But the funny thing is, they drink it, they sip on it, right? They sip the tequila. Where us Aussies go there and we're smashing shots just like we're doing back in Australia. So you just think about it, right? I'm doing double shot tequilas for breakfast, bro. You know what I mean? Like it cooked me, bro. So that week in Mexico, I was like, when I get back to Australia, I'm gonna get off the grog for a couple months just to see how I go. And then after 3 months, bro, I was like, this is amazing. Like, I don't know why I should go back on the grog. So I just kept going, and then 2.5 years later, I'm still sober. I've had a few drinks, like I've had 1 or 2 beers. Sorry, I've had a handful of beers in between, but not to the point where I've been drunk, just like 1 or 2, and then that's it. But I try to stick to no alcohol beers, just because, yeah, I just go for the taste, bro. And just when I'm out in the clubs, when I'm holding a non-alcohol beer, it still looks like I'm holding a beer. So for me, it was just like, it's a mad bike. Yeah, so for me, it was just like, let's just stick to the non-alcohol range, and so far so good, man. So yeah, that's why I don't do that stuff back in Australia, because when I'm in Australia, I just dial in. That's pretty much it. So that's to answer someone's question. I'll even screenshot the question and put it in the post, just put it in my video so you guys can see. But yeah, any questions you want to know about why I do certain things, just ask me in the comments, and I'll do a vlog on it, because yeah, you know, I want people to understand how I operate, and hopefully it helps you if you're ever thinking about, like, you know, bettering yourself, or like just trying something different, bro. Like I'll tell you my experience and why I do it, and yeah, see how you go. Because honestly, alcohol and weed, like I love weed so much, and I just want, like, I would love to stay smoking it regularly, but I just need to have a better relationship with it, honestly. Because once I start smoking bongs, it's game over. I go down this rabbit hole just smoking bongs, and it's bad, right? And the doobies and vaping, it's okay. Like I don't mind doing that still, but it's like I still take the oil, because obviously the oil does have its benefits. It doesn't whack me, but it still helps me with like my pain, my anxiety and stuff. So yeah, just gotta know your limits. You know, you have to be honest with yourself, and just be honest with yourself, and just like sort of set boundaries, bro. You know, because if you don't, you're just gonna ruin your life, bro. You know, like life's too precious to just be doing drugs and drinking alcohol, bro. Like there's so much to achieve in this world, and no one does it because they're just stuck in this loop of doing drugs and alcohol, bro. Like heaps of my friends do it too, and like, you know, I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I just want people to understand, like, you can have fun without that stuff, you know. Like I've been to weddings and parties and clubbing and stuff without alcohol or drugs, and people are like, how do you do it? I was like, once you learn how to not need alcohol to enjoy life, bro, you just start enjoying life, you know. Like life is just life, bro. Like what's there not to enjoy about life? Like, you know, there's tough days and there's not tough days, but like at the end of the day, life is life, bro. You know, we're blessed to have a life. You know, if I could, you know, but in saying that, if I could have it any other way, I probably would have asked not to be born. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but now that I'm here, may as well make the most of it, bro, because this life is tough, bro. My life has been, like, not tough, but it's been interesting to say the least. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Any more questions you need to know, just ask me in the comments and I'll hook it up. This guy. These Japs, bro, just cranking 2-pack, bro. What a mad dog. But yeah, all right. I'm gonna go get some food now, guys, and we'll find some food and do some shopping, because yeah, this is my second last day and I haven't done any shopping yet because I've just been busy vlogging. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, 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 peace.